I remember 5 years old hearing God's voice for the first time. I learned to hear his voice was in the water. And so it's always been a thin place, a place to connect with God. And the dream that I had in 2016 where I was standing at paddleboarding, Big Sur, I heard God say, Chad, it's time for you to come out of the closet and tell people you're an intercessor. It's time for you to articulate what is intercession to you, and that you would begin to see a generation get awakened of what is intercession to them, that they begin to color outside the lines, that they begin to go out into nature and connect with me and intercede for the land. I feel like this is just a way that God asked me to pray for Orange County. Hey everyone, Chad Dedman. Hope you enjoyed episode 3, Catch the Wave. We've been going day by day, so this is obviously the 3rd day. These prayer paddles, this was my first one, but I've experienced a lot of them where something happens on the 3rd day. It's like the day of breakthrough, and this was my first prayer paddle where I experienced that, where I felt like I was in a spiritual ketosis. I woke up at 5 a.m. this day, just worshiping, just listening, just connecting with Jesus. Went to a prayer meeting, which was so crazy because each day we would try to go prayer paddling, jump in the water, but as the sun was coming up, where this one was going to be a day of sacrifice, but yet it was the best winds. So we went to this prayer meeting where I asked my guys, do you want to go to this prayer meeting? They're like, no, I don't want to go to a prayer meeting at 6:30 in the morning. We could sleep in. So we slept in, which was pretty awesome. And I went and sacrificed and got wrecked because there was like 50 young adults taking 6:30 in the morning to worship and to pray in San Clemente. So I got rocked there, was just weeping. We showed up at 8 a.m. at Saw Creek, and we show up and the waves were pretty big. As you can see when we paddled out, I didn't really give a fair assessment about how it was like overhead and it was top to bottom. Ray got barreled accidentally where he has a carbon fiber 12-foot paddleboard that's not designed to catch waves, and his board almost broke. You'll see Anders, he shoots his board out. Like, that was a pretty gnarly paddle out, and especially when you are so exhausted from paddling. We paddled 15 miles in the first 2 days, so my body was sore, but it was pretty crazy. So, you know, that's the deal. You're battling the elements out here, and we made it into Doheny. Then we see the Goat Man, Dana McGregor. It was so cool to have on the 3rd day reinforcements. When I was really, really tired, we had Matt Wall, we had Josh Dinsmore, we had Dana McGregor jump in and paddle with us, and to have those 3 other guys paddle with us, just, it felt amazing. It felt a breath of fresh air. We ended up doing the most mileage out of the 3rd day out of we did the 1st and 2nd day. We did 9 miles from Doheny to the San Clemente Pier, and then we did 2.5 miles. So we did like 11.5 miles in one day on day 3. Ray lost his phone. That's another thing about these prayer paddles. I've lost paddles myself. Ray lost his phone. Taylor, who's our cinematographer and genius behind the camera, lost his water bottle. There's just been a lot of things that have been lost on these prayer paddles, but Ray lost his phone, and he was like, you know what, like, it's okay, like, I'm just going to be present. And that's the cool thing, is these times of prayer, there's sacrifices, but it's an opportunity to worship in the midst of sacrifice. So anyways, then we went goat surfing. We introduced goat surfing, which I brought 2 Texans who helped us document this whole thing, Matt Armstrong and Taylor Lays, where you got to go surf with the goat, and that was pretty amazing to cap it all off and get ready for episode 4.